Morning. Greetings on the World Osteoporosis Day. I'm going to give you a brief description of osteoporosis. What you need to know when you approach the patient in the OPD. When to suspect, how to quantify, and what to do. Thank you. Well, congratulations on the World Osteoporosis Day. Basically, the bone consists of fibers like this, which form a grid, and in this grid, your osteoblast cells secrete alkaline phosphatase, and this alkaline phosphatase makes the medium alkaline and it increases the concentration of hypophosphate ions so that ionic calcium can deposit here. So in between this grid there is mineral, and this is collagen, and this collagen is formed by these osteoblast cells. So now this is like a roof and this is like concrete. So these are the girders which give the bone strength not to break. This is called as compressional strength. And the collagen gives the bone the strength not to bend. This is the tensile strength. So in osteomalacia or rickets, the mineral is less, mineral is reduced. Therefore, the bone tends to bend, basically in rickets, but in osteomalacia, it also tends to collapse and cause pain. Different from these two, where alkaline phosphatase is raised, in osteoporosis, the both collagen and mineral are lost. So there is a law which is called as the Wolff's law, which says that if there is a lot of force passing through bone, there will be more mineral. So those who live in mountains and have to climb, or whose weight is higher, develop less osteoporosis. Whereas those who are lightweight or don't do exercise develop more osteoporosis. Another reason of osteoporosis is the sudden withdrawal of hormones in females during during menopause. So there are two types of osteoporosis: post-menopausal and senile. And senile osteoporosis is more common in lightweight people or people who do not exercise. Therefore, the way to prevent osteoporosis is exercise, have reasonable amount of weight, don't do too much of dieting, and hormones which are like estrogens, which are manufactured by plants, can be taken, and those hormones are called as phyto, means plant, estrogens. The source of phytoestrogens is red clover. But this red clover is not effective in Indian population, but chana is. So chana sattu is a good way to prevent osteoporosis in which is post menopausal, because this contains phytoestrogens. So this is what is osteoporosis, what causes osteoporosis, and how to prevent it. But now, how to recognize osteoporosis? So first is that there is a susceptibility. So those who are susceptible, if they present with pain in back, especially lower back, then if you get a bone marrow density done either by DEXA or by ultrasound, you may be able to quantify the amount of mineralization. Then there can be collapse of the vertebra, and this leads to generalized kyphosis. And finally, there can be fracture, osteoporotic fracture. And these osteoporotic fractures are wrist, spine, and neck of femur, around hip. So these are the areas which are basically covered by studies of bone mineral density. Now, if there is significant amount of osteoporosis, there are two levels. One is osteopenia and other is osteoporosis. So minus 1.5 is osteopenia, but minus 2.5 on bone mineral density is osteoporosis. In this circumstance, you can say exercise, walking, which will relieve it. Then there are certain drugs, and these drugs are those that decrease osteoclastic activity. So then you can have drugs for this. And finally, you have to treat osteoporotic fractures and prevent death due to osteoporotic fractures, especially the fracture neck femur is a major reason of death in orthopedics. Thank you.